Do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy, what makes your soul feel good. Unless it's like murdering people, then don't do that. Do not do that. Hey girl, hey. It's been a long time since I have posted a video. Oh my gosh. And I haven't posted a video like this in a very, like ever, actually. I was gonna say in a very long time, but I don't think I've ever posted a video like this. So, hello, welcome. I'm gonna just jump right in. I have been watching a lot of Tiffany TV. I love her. I feel like she's my twin from another dimension. I feel like we're like the same person at this point. But I've been listening and watching a lot of her videos. I feel like I've watched them all now, and I got through them in like a week or two. I really like her, really love her. She gave me the courage to start thinking about things differently and to acknowledge the things that I'm feeling. And so this whole little vibe and video is like honestly inspired by her, because she truly inspired me to do something that I have been dreaming about doing for forever. It's so scary, but you never know how things are gonna turn out until you try them. So I have been journaling. I can't remember if she had a challenge or whatever, but it was like to journal every day. I don't know if that was her video or not, but I have been like just journaling and journaling and journaling and journaling and journaling and journaling and journaling. And I am not going to lie to you, it has helped. I have gotten to a point where I have been so open with myself about what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking that my life has gotten to this area where everything is shifting. I found that, like I said, my life is pivoting. I'm not really obsessed with fashion and fashion design anymore. Ooh, sorry, because this is like a fashion channel. I love it. I do still love it, and I like making things. It's just, it's not a priority to me how it once was. And this literally just dawned on me today. I literally just wrote in my journal, this is the last entry, this is today. There's nothing after this, there's nothing. Today, I decided that it is not my goal or dream to be this world-known, famous, super successful fashion designer anymore. I don't want to do it. I don't care. I got bored. I feel like it's been a feeling in the back of my mind for a while, and I just didn't want to admit it. I didn't want to say, oh, I've spent so much time, so much money, so much energy, so much thought and planning into this one thing, and now I'm just like, I don't even want it anymore. That sounds insane, but it's the truth. And I know now that the feelings that I had been feeling before that led up to this, they are normal feelings, and I know a lot of other people experience them too. I felt like, oh, I can't just give up on this. I was feeling this for the longest. Like, I can't just walk away from this. I've put a decade plus into this. I've told everyone this is everything that I've wanted. I've gotten to work with some celebrities. I've done prom. I've made custom pieces for events. I wanted to do wedding stuff. I just bought like 20 yards of fabric not even a month ago. And I still have so much fabric that I haven't touched. And my whole thing is, I don't care. It's crazy. I feel like I want something else. I feel like my purpose in life is to help people. It's not to make amazing gowns and outfits for all of these events. That means nothing. I want to find a way to genuinely help people. And it's gonna take a lot of digging to figure out like exactly what area I fall into, but I'm ready to do the work. Like mentally, I've been preparing myself for this because I've known subconsciously that this fashion stuff isn't what I want to do. Don't get me wrong, fashion will always be a major part of my life, of my being. I'm just not focused on becoming this super famous designer. I'm not focused on making things for other people. I don't want to do it. Like, thinking of it stresses me out. It's stressful. And I'm over it. And I've accepted that. Like, hey, we'll just make things as we want to and not cry about it. Man, I put so much stress on myself. And I know we all do it because we feel we have a point to prove. I don't know who to, whether it's to ourselves or to our parents or to the higher beings. I don't know. We feel like when we find one thing that we're so good at, this is the thing for us. Like, we're super good at it. Why else would we be super good at it if it's not what we're supposed to be doing with life? It makes sense, right? And I'm here to say that your skill set has nothing to do with your purpose in this universe. It has nothing to do with your purpose in life whatsoever. It can help you down your path and your purpose in life. Absolutely. Your talents can help you in your path in life, but that does not mean your talents determine your purpose in life. I hope that makes sense, because it makes sense to me in here, but you know, I'm also kind of crazy, so I understand if it doesn't make sense to you. But it's just like, honestly, since the moment that I gave myself the opportunity to admit that I don't want this anymore, it's like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I get to start over. And it's gonna be hard, but I don't have to worry about this anymore, you know? Start over however many times you need to, however many times your heart, your body, your soul tells you to start over, start over. When something that was serving you for so long no longer serves you anymore, start over. There is no point in holding on to something that is dead now. It's like beating a dead horse. Like, what the fuck are you beating it for? It's already fucking dead. Stop it. It's just fucking abuse at that point. Like, you just have issues at that point. God, oh my gosh.
Bitch, just start over. Don't be scared. What are there to be scared of?
I am 26, going on 27 in a few months. That's kind of scary to say out loud. I will be 27 in 5 months, and I am starting over. I'm not even halfway through life. We can start over whenever the fuck we want. It doesn't matter if I was 57. If I want to start over, start over. Do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy, what makes your soul feel good. Unless it's like murdering people, then don't do that. Do not do that. That's not good. But do what makes you happy. Oh my God. Get on with your life, bitch. Get on with it. The world doesn't stop for you, ho. I love you guys. But no, seriously. That is literally what I learned today. Like, the world ain't stopping. I can start over. I can do whatever I want. Let's get back into what I was saying about growth. I have some focal points that I wanted to touch on. I wanted to touch on my past self. And I wanted to focus also on allowing yourself to feel. The things that I felt, have a lot of them, man, a lot of them, the growing phase is not linear. It isn't just straight up, or, you know, it's like sometimes we go back to go forward. Sometimes we go back 3 blocks just to go up a mile. You know, it's growth still. It's not gonna look the same every day. Like, you made progress is my point. No matter how big or small it was, no matter how consistent or inconsistent it was, progress is still progress. Allow yourself time to grow. I didn't want to be like anybody else. I felt like if my brand, if me as a person was too similar to other people, was too mainstream, was too much what other people were giving, it's like, why would anyone want to, you know, shop with me or work with me? I'm no different than the next person. But then, you know, I watched a video and in it, Miss Tiffany, she did touch on the topic. I am allowing these people to have control over me and my life and my business simply because I don't want to do what they're doing. Like, it may have been something that I genuinely wanted to do, but I see too many people doing it. But why am I letting what everyone else is doing dictate how I want to do things? The thing that I needed to come to realize was that we may be, you know, in the same industry, we may be what the world sees as competitors, but we are not the same person. We don't have the same story. We don't have the same delivery. We are not the same. Every single one of us is different than the next. That's like when McDonald's and Wendy's are on the same street, literally right next door to each other. Or Citgo is here and a Shell gas station is right across the street. Same prices. People are going to shop where they want to shop. People might shop at McDonald's because they like their fries. People might shop at Wendy's because they like their milkshakes and make McDonald's, you know, ice cream machine always down or something. You know, like, we're not the same. We may have the same things that we offer, but we're not the same. And my past self was so caught up on standing out that I didn't get to achieve shit. It's like I would want to do something. I'm like, oh my God, I want to do it. But I see every fucking body else doing it. And I also realized that my main problem is also social media. Social media is not fucking real, first of all. Secondly, as a designer, I feel like what I was doing was, I was learning as I go, but I was also learning and picking up from other designers and brands. And pretty soon, my newsfeed was all other designers. So of course, that's all I saw was what other people were doing. I'm like, oh my God, it's too similar. Oh my God, too many people are doing this. But in reality, there's so many people out there in the world that don't know about you, that don't know about these other designers that you know about. We are all peas in a fucking ocean full of fucking sharks waiting to eat us up. They don't even know we're out there yet. Do sharks even eat peas? I don't fucking know. But the point is, we are so fucking small and insignificant on this big sea that is social media, in the world in general. Like, there are so many people out there to reach that don't even know these other brands exist. They don't know that you exist because you're not putting yourself on their face. So no, it is not oversaturated. You just keep looking at the same shit you're doing. So I'm saying all of this to get back around to the point. I fucked myself. I fucked myself from the jump because I was too focused on what everyone else around me was doing. Like, I guess I was so focused on making my passion a career that I cut out the fun that was in it. Fashion is art. And art is a form of expression. And I purposely cut off my expression because I felt it wasn't significant. And if I feel that way about myself, why would anybody else feel differently? I'm just saying this was my past self. This is how I thought. But yeah, I basically fucked myself. Let's fast forward though. My present day self. I feel like I'm so self-aware, and that is a good and bad thing because I think being so self-aware, I beat myself up more. I've done so much shadow work and, breaking down blockages that have been in my path. In doing so, I've endured so much and I've learned so much about myself. And sometimes I just want to give myself a pat on the back and just say, you did it. You're doing good. You're doing so good. But my brain won't let me, Like, because my brain is like, but bitch, you can do better. We're doing good. Yeah, that's cute. But you can do better. And that's fucked up. My current self, this is the best me that I have ever been. There has never been a version of me that I liked more than this bitch right here. And she ain't perfect. She's far from perfect. I'm still growing. But this one, this Shakila, baby, I want to pretend like the past me just didn't exist. I love me some me, okay? Don't nobody love me like I love me. I love me some motherfucking me. And you should love you some motherfucking you. If y'all would have told me that I would be where I am now, mentally and emotionally, I probably would have laughed in your face and then cried after. I got tired of feeling like shit. I literally started looking into and researching and Googling things to how to feel better mentally. What food should I take to make my brain happier? But no, seriously, like, I feel so safe with myself now. So safe and so secure. And I like me. I've learned my triggers. I have deleted every news station, anything that I followed around news and keeping up with Chicago and keeping up with what's going on. I got rid of it. I hate to say that, I would live in a little bubble and just be numb to the world, but I could not take certain things. I have had Facebook for a very long time. My Facebook got so fucking depressing because all I saw were the people I was growing up with dying. And the previous years before now, Facebook wasn't really censoring shit. So when I say I was seeing them dying, like literally seeing people get shot the fuck out, like I was seeing some graphic shit. I saw some stuff that I still think about to this day. I am afraid of fucking cars because of some shit that I saw on Facebook. Would be like I consumed too much negative bullshit. I've seen too much to be okay. And I realized the first step in bettering me is to limit my access to negativity. Like if it's negativity that I don't have to see, that is like, oh, I only see because I allow myself to, why the fuck am I allowing myself to? Cut that shit off. And so that's what I did. Find your triggers for what make you feel bad and what make you feel joy. And when you run into one of the bad triggers, you know to get rid of it. Like whatever it is, if it's something that you can get rid of, delete it, block it, throw it out, turn it off, unsubscribe, whatever. If it's not something that can, just be deleted, then you want to focus on the triggers of your joy. You know what makes you happy. Go to it. Go find it. It might not make your world a fucking rainbow, but it will make it a little better. It'll start the process of you getting out of the slump very quickly. Find what works for you. Don't be afraid of those feelings though. You are allowed to feel them. Like I said, I allow myself to feel them, but I don't allow myself to get drowned by those feelings, those negative feelings. I allow myself a few minutes to feel what I'm feeling. After that, we gotta move on with our lives. Everyone else is. We can't sit here and sulk. That isn't what our life is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be sadness and sulking. So that means we have to shake those negative feelings off. People might try and tell you like, oh, there's no reason for you to feel this way. You're entitled to feeling how you feel. You feel the way you feel for a reason. Your feelings are valid. Very much so. Don't ever think your feelings are not valid. You're allowed to feel however you feel. Just don't allow that single feeling to consume you. My future self, the person that I want to be, the person that I am still growing and working towards. I feel like it's true that you are who you surround yourself with. The future person or woman that I want to be, I know I need to make a lot of changes, a lot of uncomfortable decisions, because when you're growing, oftentimes you outgrow the people around you. And that has definitely happened to me. And it doesn't mean that you have to cut people off or anything like that. No. It just means that I need to find, people who are where I'm trying to be, or people who are going to the same place that I'm trying to go in life. And I know that I've outgrown some peers, because sometimes it's like when you're trying to better yourself and you're actually doing it, and you're trying to cut certain habits that you don't like, you start noticing those habits in other people. And it's not our place to judge those people. What their story is, we don't know. It is theirs to write, or it's been written already by the higher being. We're not reading their story, we're not living their life. It's not our place to judge. Point blank, period. But that does not mean that we have to continue to let these people in our space and allow them to, bring our mentality down from where we're trying to be. Because it's like what I said about consuming all of that toxic and traumatizing news. Like, your body and your brain soaks things up like a sponge. What you see regularly, what you hear regularly, the lifestyles you watch regularly, like what you're doing on a daily basis does matter. You can't be like, oh, I wanna, just not drink anymore. I want to be one of those people who don't drink anymore. And then you choose to let your friends influence your drinking habits. Now, I'm not saying, oh, don't go out with your friends no more if you know your friends like to drink. No, I'm saying have self-control and have some fucking boundaries. Do not let where they are and what they're doing and what they want in life drag you down from where you're trying to go. And if you're like me, you grew up in the hood, there's a liquor store on every corner, there's a corner store here, there's nothing healthy. So people drink. They drink and they drink and they drink and they drink. And so if I was to say, oh, I want to stop drinking, I want to quit cold turkey, just don't drink no more, people would clown the fuck out of me. People would laugh at me. Definitely. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Girl, who the fuck you think you are? That would happen. That would happen. Definitely. And in instances like that, you have to remain strong. You have to remain diligent. You got to keep your eye on the goal. People aren't going to understand what the hell you're doing, especially if they've never seen it before. They're not going where you're going. It doesn't mean that they're descending. It just means y'all are on your own path of life. It doesn't mean that they're not bettering themselves in whatever way that they're doing in their private time. It just means that y'all doing different shit. That's it. Like, people might not even take you seriously with what you're saying you want to do until they see you seriously doing it. It doesn't mean that your friends and your family don't respect your wishes. It doesn't mean that they're, lacking faith in you or anything like that. They just, imagine you see somebody do the same thing every day of their life, every day you see them. And then one day they wake up and they're just like, I'm not doing it anymore. And you're like, what the fuck? Yes, you are. Do the shit. Do it. It's like, you don't believe that shit of her. Like, you gotta show me that you're not doing this shit. Or at least that's how I feel. Like, you're not doing it, I will support you in not doing it. But you gotta show me that you're serious. Like, what the fuck? Because you just came up out of nowhere and said, oh, I'm done doing this. What happened to you? Did something happen that we don't know about? Is there something in the liquor now? Are we being drugged? Is this Prohibition 2.0? What the fuck? Let a bitch know something. The people around you will support you, and if they don't, then they'll get the fuck on. And that's what I want for my future self. I want to be able to grow so much and be this person. I don't want to curse. And if you've been watching this video and paying attention, you know I like some dirty words. Yes, I do. But I am going to try. Probably not starting today, but I'm going to try. That is my goal for 2024. My future self, she will be brilliant, stronger physically and mentally. She will know what she wants out of life, because that is my issue now. I know that I don't want to do the sewing shit anymore, but what do I do now? So I feel like we have come to the end of this video. I've told you guys about my past self, my present self, a bit what I want from my future self. I tried to give advice, but you don't have to take my advice. I'm not a professional advice giver. You have to search within yourself and see what it is that you're missing, and see what it is that your soul yearns for, what you need. You have to find your own triggers, find what triggers your joy, find what triggers your depression, and use those accordingly. You have to give the people around you time. When you're changing and you're growing, you gotta give them time. This is new to them too, just like it's new to you, you know? The people that love you and care about you, they will always love you and care about you. They'll always stick around. But this life thing, we're all figuring it out. There is no instruction manual. We don't know what the hell's going on, y'all. We just going with the flow. I hope that you guys were able to take something from this. I hope that you're able to learn something from this, from my experiences. I hope that you go and check out Miss Tiffany over on Tiffany TV. She is absolutely phenomenal. I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.